All right, greetings. Welcome back to Blackburn News, where everything is connected. How are you all doing? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. We're live on YouTube, Rockfin, Callin, and on Twitter. And sorry for the extreme lateness. I really got stuck at work today. Oh, yeah. Thanks again. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry.
Ha ha ha. Check. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. I got to remember to realign. Because I come into the show to load these pictures now. Hey everybody, how you doing, Osama? How you doing? I come in before the show to load the pictures, but then I bring my computer out to the studio and I plug it into the box and I forget to align the StreamYard with the box. So that's what's happening. Sorry. Max Sarjay started the comments off with a poem. I'm going to read it. A poem just for fun. The worldwide comedy turned tragedy in the blink of an eye. Dominoes falling faster than ever thought possible. The doomsday clocks stop. It is midnight. Wars, children die. It's all a lie. Nice. Nicely done, sir. No stream on Rockfin? What? Say what? Is anybody else trying to watch on Rockfin? Can anybody else check Rockfin for me, please? It looks like it's on. Let's see. It's free. It's on free. I'm restarting it, or I'm gonna redo it. It looks like it's on. Let me know if it's going or not. So late show. So we're doing a later and later show. I don't know. I have no idea what to do because my schedule is just all over the place. I kind of have to work whenever the iron is hot. I have to strike when the iron is hot. My work. I work whenever I want, but I have to work when there's work to be done. So my schedule is all over the place. And, before I bore you with all the ins and outs of like what's going on with my schedule, I don't know what time I'm going to do. I think 2 p.m. is not going to work. Since I said the new time was 2 p.m. and I think I missed it twice already. So the I don't know. The options are either really late in the afternoon or really early in the morning. So I might do, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I'll try and do a really early show, like 9 a.m. Pacific time in the morning. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. But I appreciate you guys being patient with me and rolling with the time changes. I can't really get into a groove with a certain time. Um, and that is frustrating. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Yeah, there should be a stream going. I see myself on Rockfin. And other people are reporting that Rockfin is working. So I see Extra Bulla's comment. What's up, man? Oh my. All right. So it's getting later and later, and it's nighttime here now. So I don't know. So while I'm still figuring out the time change, guys, just please bear with me and kind of be ready to roll with the time change whenever it might be. I thought 2 was going to work, and now I see that 2 is not going to work. All right. Maybe, yeah, tomorrow, 9 a.m. You guys want to do a 9 a.m. show, maybe. All right. Let's get into it. Rand Paul. This is kind of ridiculous. Rand Paul introduces bill to outlaw government censorship of constitutionally protected speech. Can anybody see what's wrong with this story? This is from the Vigilant Fox. He says, me telling you that masks don't work or that your child doesn't need a vaccine for COVID, that is my opinion based on the way I've seen the science, but that is constitutionally protected, and in no way should the FBI or Department of Homeland Security or some outsourced project to Stanford be allowed to coerce them, social media companies, to take down my speech. Well, yeah. The issue with this is that it's constitutionally protected speech. There are already laws about it. You don't need to pass another bill, to enforce a law that is already there. You don't, whatever. And sorry, I can't seem to get the frog out of my throat. Chris, you're already in Wednesday? Okay, so I know people are watching from all over. I get it. Anyways, it's a little ridiculous. This is already constitutionally protected speech. So you shouldn't have to pass a bill to protect speech when it's already in the Constitution. It's constitutionally protected. So, anyways, I don't really understand what you're saying, Lightning Rod. I don't really get what you're saying. Well, listen, playing devil's advocate, saying that you don't believe in climate change is protected speech. You may not agree with it. No, that's not. Disagreeing with medical advice is free speech. So, and you actually can have that opinion. You're allowed to have that opinion. You are allowed to have that opinion. You're also allowed to have, what was a great analogy I heard on the Jimmy Dore yesterday? They were talking about, yeah, it's a medical opinion. Exactly. They were talking about, telling people that not to read or not to get informed about, COVID or vaccines or masks or whatever. They were saying, don't read, what was it? Don't do your own research, which is just absolutely bonkers and stupid, right? So because if doing your own research leads you to a different opinion than they want you to have, right? If you're looking at data and evidence and saying like, I don't know, maybe this doesn't, add up. That's what Jimmy Dore said, was that's informed consent, right? They can't give you a medical device or medical procedure without informed consent. And that's on you to be informed. And the way you get informed is to get data and to read and to get opinions. Second opinion. This thing, here's a great example. I want a second opinion. lightning rod. I want a second opinion. That for the longest time, you go to a doctor, the doctor tells you, something's wrong with you. I want another opinion. I want a second opinion, a second medical opinion. There might be differing opinions in the medical. There's not one. Now there may be a consensus and that's a different thing. There might be a consensus, but the consensus might be due to all kinds of things, right? The consensus could be formed around, financial coercion. It's totally a thing, right? Kind of what they're trying to say about, like climate scientists, that they're all coerced to say the same thing and blah, 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 blah. That's actually not true, though. That's a different thing. There is a consensus that climate change is real, but you're allowed to think another thought. You're totally allowed. It's totally protected. It's constitutionally protected. So I don't know. It may not be smart, and you may think that people that don't want to wear masks or don't want to do the thing that is required of you, or not required. Well, at one point it was required. If you don't want to do the thing that is suggested, that's totally you're right. It may not be safe for you. It may not work for it might not be a great thing, right? You're allowed. Listen. If they say you have cancer and here are the treatments that you can take for this, you're totally allowed to be like, no, I don't want any of those treatments. I don't want them. You're allowed. If you have, some other disease, some other, whatever it might be, you're allowed to be like, I don't know. I agree with you, lightning rod. I agree with you. I don't think it's okay to continue burning oil. I agree. To tell people otherwise is criminal and deadly. On some levels, I agree with you. Here's the thing, though. You should be able to lay that out for people in a way so that they understand it, and a lot of that a lot of the misinformation that people are running on are things that are being fed to them by, not just corporate media, but think tanks, right-wing think tanks, and there's been a concerted effort to confuse people and make people skeptical about whether climate change is happening or not, and it's very effective. But there are plenty of people that I don't know. COVID and climate change are not the same subject. Not at all. They're not operating in the same realm on any level. It's totally different subjects. So it's hard to equate the two. And I don't really want to get into the game, but like it's the game of that. They're not the same things. So, and I see people trying to equate them all the time. People on the right, just like COVID, climate change, they're lying to you. Just like no, two different subjects. And people on the climate change side are like, oh yeah, just follow the science. Nope. Two different subjects. The science might be lying to you in one case, and the science, and then there's science could be suppressed in the other, as in the case of climate change, right? Anyways, free speech is free speech. And people are allowed to say and think the wrong things. They're totally allowed to. That's free speech. Unfortunately, we have an information onslaught of wrong information, right? And people are fighting to give the real information, the right, true, correct information. They're fighting like hell to give people the correct information. So, trying to get the right information is a difficult thing these days and times. Anyways, case in point, Matthew Todd, do you think the Dominican Republic's largest rainfall event ever that has killed 21 people warrants some major coverage? Right. So they're not. Here's how these two subjects are different. Exactly. Zing. You're right. That is a common thread. They both had important science suppressed. Here's how things are a little different, right? So they're not covering these extreme weather events. They're not saying like, oh my God. They're not saying, oh my God, we hit 2C for 2 days in a row. They're not. Getting out there and broadcasting that. They're not pushing that out there. They're not letting people know what's really going on. They're not playing up the reality of like, oh my God, we're having, if we continue down this path of extreme weather events, it might get hard to grow food eventually, right? Like nobody is really doing that in the mainstream media. Nobody's like, stringing those threads of information together to try to give you a clear picture. They're not trying to do that. What's his face? The meteorologist, that's Jeff Berardelli, is giving you like, fifth grade classroom, like, this is what climate change is. Like, he's not trying to give you like any deep science. He's not trying to let you know like what's really going on with the world. Like, that's not happening. The real information is being suppressed, right? Just like information about other things, you can include COVID or, vaccines or all kinds of things. All kinds of data is being suppressed, right? John Campbell being suppressed. I am being suppressed on YouTube. I am being suppressed. When I'm trying to give you, they call it medical misinformation, but it's actually information. It's real information. They are suppressing it, right? But exactly, serenity, exactly. Climate change is real, and Zionism is racism, needs constitutional protection. All sides of them, all sides of whatever you don't agree with needs constitutional. The most wrong thing you could think of is constitutionally protected speech and opinion, and people are allowed to have it. You may not like it; it may anger you. It could send you into a rage, but it's constitutionally protected. It's protected. Anyways. But I think that the Dominican Republic getting the largest rainfall event ever, I do think it needs some coverage for sure. Peter Dines, I'm afraid the statement is minerals blind, energy blind, current locked in warming blind, masking blind, albedo blind. 1.5C is already dead. Well, thank you. Thank you for saying that, Peter Dines. Well, it's already dead because it's already done. It's done. It's a done deal. There is no green growth path to safety. Systems change, degrowth, rapid emission cuts, and cooling mitigation are now all essential. And we could parse all those things if we wanted to. And Antonio Guterres saying, we know it's still possible to make the 1.5 limit a reality. Okay. Yeah. Don't worry, guys, we're at 1.4, but we're going to stop before 1.5. Okay. Just, come on. Everybody get on board the train we're going to stop, before 1.5, but we're already at 1.4 and we've already touched 2C this year. And it's absolutely doable. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. Come on, everybody. Exceptional event. Central Asia is living something mind-blowing. It's 5 a.m. in Ashgabat, the capital of former USSR Republic of Turkmenistan, and the temperature is almost 29 C, with similar heat in other areas of the country. 29 C. Nothing even close has ever happened in November. 29 C. That is very warm. I don't know what to say. Right? You know, again, this is something that's not really getting any coverage, right? Climate aware people are like, oh, geez, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God, Jesus, look at that. This stuff is happening every single day. Every day, right? And nobody's really addressing this or talking about this or bringing this up or focusing on it or bringing more awareness. I don't see any of the, you know, the bigger alternative channels really, you know, outlining this kind of stuff. But what was I going to say? Interesting day. I had an interesting day today, and all kinds of all kinds of interesting people crossed my path. But I met someone who just came from the North Pole today. They were at the North Pole this morning. That's the amazing, you know, futuristic world we live in. You could be at the North Pole, you know, in the morning and be in Los Angeles that same day. And she said it was 1°C at the North Pole. And she was like, well, that's cold. And I was like, well, that's warm. It's the North Pole. Yeah, she was like, oh, yeah, usually it's like -20. And I was like, yeah, it's supposed to be -20. It's supposed to be like -20, and it's November 21st, for Christ's sakes. It's not supposed to be 1 degree in the North Pole. It's not at all. That is an amazing, exceptional, eye-popping, you know, undescribable anomaly to be 1°C. Right? And I was like, yeah, okay, that sounds cold, but that's not supposed to be happening. That's how screwed up the planet is. The planet is screwed up. The planet is having an issue. Anyways, I love these firsthand accounts of what's going on in the world, because I meet random people at my job. Like super random people. And you know, you meet somebody that was like, that says, hey, I was at the North Pole this morning. Isn't that crazy? And it was 1 degree. I was like, it was 1 degree, wasn't it? In November. That's not supposed to happen. Right? Very good. Okay. 15,000 scientists agree that we are in a climate emergency, and the data tells the story by itself. Right. I mean, look at all this. Look at all this. This is data. You know, and sometimes it's not even that the scientists are being suppressed or the science is being suppressed. It's that nobody wants to look at it. Nobody actually wants to focus on this because it's a little depressing, ain't it? It'll make you a little mad. It'll make you make you lose your cool, like I did yesterday. I lost my cool yesterday. Woo! I was hot yesterday. Yeah, nobody really wants to look at this. Everybody's just like, oh wow, okay, crazy. Whoa, look at that chart. Yeah. We might come back to that. We'll come back to a couple things. I don't know how long this show is going to be. It's probably not going to be an hour today, guys. I'm sorry to tell you. Just because I've been all over the place. I've been working all day, and I'm just kind of whooped. And I'm supposed to be somewhere in a couple hours and play some music. All right, we got Denver. Denver's up in the Rockfin chats. What's going on, Denver? Yeah, if you're not pro free speech, if you're not pro free speech or pro free speech, for opinions you hate, you are not pro free speech. That's true. That's true. It's a really good. I'm gonna play this video. A really good mashup of John Kirby saying Israel isn't engaging in genocide and Israeli leaders laying out their genocidal intentions. Original pre-Kirby genocidal mashup. Let's look at this real quick. Well, let's look, shall we?
Israel is not trying to wipe the Palestinian people off the map.
Hold on, let's watch from the beginning.
This word genocide is getting thrown around in a pretty inappropriate way by lots of different folks. Israel is not trying to wipe the Palestinian people off the map.
זכור את אשר עשה לך עמלק, נצטווינו. אנו זוכרים ואנו נלחמים.
It's an entire nation out there that is responsible. It's not true. This rhetoric about civilians not aware, not involved, it's absolutely not true.
Israel's not trying to wipe Gaza off the map.
אין חשמל, אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק. הכל סגור. אנחנו נלחמים בחיות אדם ואנחנו נוהגים בהתאם.
עזה לא תחזור להיות מה שהייתה וחמאס לא יהיה. חסל את הכל.
Yeah, they're pretty much saying this is what we want to do. They're pretty
את עזה עכשיו, עכשיו. עזה הופכת לדרזדן, כן.
Israel's trying to defend itself against a genocidal terrorist threat. So when we're going to start, if we're going to start using that word, fine, let's use it appropriately.
Like, in this case, okay. Yeah. That's a pretty good mashup. And Last American Vagabond says, oh, and there's another, I don't know if I'm going to play this clip. We have all heard the allegations of Hamas's use of human shields, but are you aware that Israel has a stated policy of using Palestinians in this way? So actually it's not, they're accusing Hamas of doing that, but they actually use Palestinians as human shields. So it's one of those, projection things. It's the old blame your adversary for the thing that you're doing. So, and it's a pretty funny video from these kids on TikTok are making fun of the IDF's bad propaganda about Al-Shifa Hospital. And Nico House says, somebody call SNL and tell them this is how you satire the empire. Satire the empire. Pretty good. Let's watch it. It's funny. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let's do this.
I think here this is the most important piece of evidence that we have against Hamas here. As you can see, this is a dress that civilians wear. What is this, you may ask? Hamas tunnels. This is a map of Hamas tunnels. You can see here, they all wear it, and Hamas finds where the tunnels is.
Yeah, I feel like this is just some normal dress design.
Are you I think this is sympathizer? Do you want Israel to die? Is this what you're saying?
Oh.
Cut! Bro, give me another reporter, bro. What the fuck? What this says, whenever we come close to their tunnels, as you can see, it senses and it says Allah Akbar. Listen to this. Allah Akbar.
Oh,
It says Allah Akbar.
That looks like a normal fire alarm to me.
Cut! I told you to get me another reporter. What is this? I think here this is the most important piece of evidence that we have against Hamas here. As you can see, this is a dress.
That's pretty. That's it. That's all. That's pretty good. Because they really were doing some stuff, doing some like. Did you see? They have what was it? They had like I don't know, some just lists of general stuff on a wall, and they're like, these are their plans. They're like, okay. People were like, no, that's not. Yeah, no, that's not it. Okay. Steve Austin says, I'm not sure we're going to make it. This is a running, I think, gag for him, but Saudi Arabia is building a futuristic ski resort in the middle of the desert. And you know they are. You know they are. Let's look at this. I think there's an article here. I think there's an actual article about a ski resort in the desert. But, you know, while people in the Swiss Alps and the French Alps are grinding up glaciers to make snow because there's no more snow left in the Alps. They're going to build a ski resort in the desert, while actual ski resorts where there's supposed to be snow don't have any snow. Yeah, how's that sound for good, clean fun, right? I mean, people love to ski, bro. People love to ski. Hold on. Oh, darn it. Excuse me. I didn't mean to cuss. Was not trying to do that. I'm having a problem getting to this. Okay already. Saudi Arabia is building a futuristic ski resort in the middle of the desert. The ski resort Trojena will be available. It's like Trojan with an A, but spelled weird. Okay. Will be available for skiers for 3 months every year, while the rest of the time tourists will be able to do water sports and mountain biking. Nothing could be further from the image most people have of Saudi Arabia than a winter wonderland, and yet the country is building exactly that within the mountains of Neom. Neom, it's the city of the future, right? No, not the city of the future. This new hold on one second. This new urban project is being constructed in the northwest. Hold on one second. Hold on. Country is building exactly that within the mountains of Neom. This new urban project is being constructed in the northwest region of the country, in the province of Tabuk. It will host an otherworldly ski resort named Trojena, featuring a blend of dizzying real and virtual architecture, a man-made lake, and mesmerizing views. The idea of skiing down the slopes of Saudi Arabia's Neom sounds ludicrous. Because it is. And yet Clark Williams, who manages marketing and communication for Neom, tells Euronews Travel it's easier than you might think. We're just going to grind up some glaciers. We're going to go to Europe. No, we're going to go to the Arctic. We're going to grind up some glaciers. Greenland, maybe, where they have glaciers, just somewhere in the north. And then we're going to truck it back down. We're going to ship it. Yeah. We're going to ship these. We're going to ship this. Ship that ground up glacial snow down to Saudi Arabia because, people want to ski. Nobody grinds up glaciers. Yeah. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're going to do, guys. I really don't know how this is going to work. People will go like, wait a minute, there's snow in Saudi Arabia. The truth is that we just need -3 degrees Celsius in order to create snow in Neom. And we can do that for 3 months of the year. In the mountains close to Neom, the temperature naturally drops to below 0 degrees in the winter. Oh, well, there you go. With sustainable tourism in mind, Trojena's builders claim they are focusing on minimizing water use and maximizing water recovery when making snow. So is this what it will look like? Look at the okay, this yeah. So these mountains don't look like they're naturally a place where snow is, but they're going to make some snow. I don't know. We're going to use in our snowmaking. We're going to utilize as many sustainable resources as possible, whether that's solar or whether that's wind power. We will also use water from our desalination plant, which is a cutting edge solution. So we're going to desalinate water and turn it into snow. Sounds absolutely brilliant. Just the yeah. Anyways. We'll also be using water from a desalination plant. This water will be recirculated back into the system, which creates the powder for the resort slopes. While one tour offers a chance to ski down Trojena's 36 kilometers of slopes, people would be able to enjoy the man-made lake and practice all kinds of water sports there, as well as mountain biking during the rest of the year. In summer, when the Gulf gets really hot, locals will wander through the desert as their skin cooks. No, I don't know. I just, this is just bonkers, whatever. I don't need to read this. This is just, just the world, is a madhouse, and people are just going to continue living in the madhouse and just really, yucking it up in the madhouse. And if you have enough money, whatever. I'm going to buy my yacht. I'm going to sail my yacht to the Gulf, and we're going to go skiing, and we're going to party. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a big old party. And everything's fine. There's nothing wrong. It's fine. If we run out of food or water, I guess we can, then we'll make it a Donner Party. Oh, that's dark. But what is it? Donner Party of 8 or something like that? What is it? Anybody heard that joke? How many people got eaten in the Donner Party? Anybody heard that one? Okay, sorry. That's super dark. Super dark. Didn't mean to go there. Excuse me. Yeah. Meanwhile, yeah, right. Saudis are harvesting water from the western U.S. Right. They're sucking up groundwater like there's no tomorrow. No, you guys are bad. Oh, sorry. The Donner Party. The Donner Party brought on a lot of like really bad dark humor or good dark humor. I don't know. Whatever. It's good and dark. Yeah, we're sucking up groundwater like there's no tomorrow, and but yeah, that's good, Scott. Donner Party of 8, Party of 7, Party of 6, Party of 5. No, stop it now. That's terrible. Terrible, I say. Anyways, where are we at? Where are we at? That's funny. It's horrid but funny. Okay. Damn it! I lost the whole thread of the show. We ended up just talking about random stuff here. What is this? Oh. Oh. Oh, word. Oh, I just realized something. Okay, and Just Have a Think has a new video out. This is pretty good. The Money Men know the truth about planetary boundaries. I'm not going to play any of it, but go watch if you haven't seen this. Just Have a Think video. He lays out how they understand, and they do. The people in charge completely understand, how it's going, where things are going. That's why they're trying to get us to not really understand the problem. I really do think that, the intention is to get people to really not focus on the problem, or just to keep going with the business as usual for as long as, just everything's fine. It's okay. I have some money. I can still buy food. I have a nice house. I can take a vacation, right? Get people to just do that for as long as possible. Yeah. Hempcar sent me a video. Real green energy. Okay. I'll have to look at this. And lastly, guys, I'm gonna. I think I might go back to water towers falling water like hydro dam. It's terrible. Oh, the audio is bad in the video. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting close to wrapping it up here. Sorry, it has already been close to an hour. Whoops. And I would love to go longer. I really would. I just too many things going on in my day and my night. Where is it? This is a egg on the face of the a large U.S. military plane, potentially a Boeing P-8 Poseidon, overshot a runway and splashed into a bay in Hawaii. Whoopsie. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. BBN, what lightning rod is? It must be so interesting interacting with us in the chat. Okay. It is. I go back and forth between the interaction and the non-interaction. Sometimes I'm just kind of trying to focus on getting the news out. But today, I don't know. Show's kind of late, and we're kind of just talking about things. Yeah, well, that will make you overshoot the runway. Creative experiments. Let me make sure that I am not missing something that I wanted to focus on. I think, okay. We're gonna. think we're going to go back here. I don't know what we're going to find back here. I mean, I don't know that I need to show you anything you don't already, we haven't already covered and you don't already know. Life on planet Earth is under siege. We are now in uncharted territory. For several decades, scientists have consistently warned of the future marked by extreme climatic conditions because of escalating global temperatures caused by ongoing human activities that release harmful greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Oh, unfortunately, time is up. Wow. We are seeing the manifestation of those predictions as an alarming and unprecedented succession of climate records that are broken, causing profoundly distressing scenes of suffering to unfold. We are entering an unfamiliar domain regarding our climate crisis, a situation no one has ever witnessed firsthand in the history of humanity. Well, dang. It's being a little bit harsh there, don't you think? Oh, what was it? So there's a great, in that Just Have a Think video, there's a great part in that video where he says something like, if you talk to climate scientists behind the scenes, so what he was referring to the phrase faster than expected, right? Which is something that you see a lot. You see the phrase faster than expected, right? In the media. Oh, it's happening fast. Oh, things are coming at us much faster than expected. But if you talk to a climate scientist behind the scenes, they don't say it's happening faster than expected. They say it's happening exactly as predicted. And I thought that was pretty right on the nose, right? It's not. It is, in some sense, to the people that are predicting, like, well, in 2100 we might see 2C, right? To those people who have been wearing the very rosy colored glasses for a long time, right? Trying to paint the picture of, like, well, we got lots of time to figure out the climate situation. If we only if we just make investments in renewable energy, then we're going to miss this whole 2C stuff, right? Those people. Yes, to those people, it's faster than expected, right? To the people who understood with clarity how bad the situation could be in the very near future, not 2100. To those people, and James Hansen is one of those people, it's happening exactly. They were saying by the 2020s we are going to see, remarkable changes on the planet Earth. That's what they were saying 30 years ago, 40 years ago. By the 2020s, we will see extremely disruptive weather events and amazing, climatic changes by the 2020s. Guess what year it is? It is 2023. What are we seeing? Amazing events happening on planet Earth. That's what we're seeing. It's happening exactly as they predicted. So it's not like, oh my God, what, wow, this is way faster. No, it's a fact. Well, yeah, if you were unclear on the science, then yes, it's faster. The people that were clear are pretty clear. They're like, oh yeah, well, here it is. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I gotta take off. Thank you so much for your eyes, your ears, and your conscience. I don't know what to do about the time of the show right now. I'm going to say, I'm going to try something different tomorrow. Try it out, because I'm kind of like juggling, schedules of many other things too. So tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to try and do the show at 9 a.m. If I'm not here at 9 a.m., don't be surprised. Don't be like, oh my God, something happened to Kevin. No, everything's okay. I'm shooting for 9 a.m. We'll see. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Till next time. Oh, and you know how to support the show. Description box, links, and stuff like that. Thank you, everyone. All right. Peace out.